Travis County leaders declared a public health crisis yesterday. It's in response to a growing number of drug overdoses in the area. A national advocacy group looked at every state in the nation for a deeper look at the numbers.
And data from 2020 shows Texas saw a 150% increase in deaths from synthetic opioids like fentanyl. The trend seems to be getting worse.
Our Sally Hernandez spoke today with the group behind the report, which was released just a few hours ago, and asks if fentanyl strip testing will help.
When you see what local county leaders are doing here in Texas, does that surprise you that fentanyl is a problem?
Not at all. That's certainly a problem across the country. What we're seeing more and more is that even drugs that are non-opioids are being laced with fentanyl. And what that means is that when users try those drugs, they could overdose instantly because of the power of fentanyl. So it makes it even more important to address not only the supply, but to make sure that local leaders in Travis County and elsewhere have tools like naloxone to help overdose reversals, and to make sure that users have the safety precautions they need to try to stay safe even as they use these drugs.
Here in Texas, there's a lot of talk about fentanyl testing strips, but that, according to Texas law, is considered drug paraphernalia. What are your thoughts about that? Should that be considered helpful when you're trying to combat this opioid crisis?
I think that when you're facing almost 200,000 deaths of despair in the United States and almost 100,000 deaths from drug overdoses, almost every option needs to be on the table, at least for discussion. And I think the federal government is ready and willing to work with state officials to try to address local laws that can prevent tools from getting in the hands of users to help save their lives.
Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Sally.